welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Traditional Blocks. Now this block is a very easy crisscross block, but I have a cheat, and you'll thank me because you won't have to match up any of these inner seams, right, with the lines, the rail blocks on the side. You got to stay tuned for this one. But first we want to do our shout out. The Quilting Marine has been on YouTube for quite a while, and this gentleman is suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome, and he's using quilting and as an art form to help him through his post-traumatic stress. You guys have got to go check him out. He does some absolutely amazing work, and he's somebody that I have to give a lot of credit to. He's done New York Beauties, he's done scraps, he's done everything. You gotta go check him out. But he does not know this shout out is coming. So when you go check him out and you like what you see and you go subscribe, you tell him Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. And that way he'll know that I'm sending him out some goodwill and best wishes and for all of the things that he has done for the USA. Now, we also have in the show notes not only the Quilting Marine's YouTube channel, we also have our Facebook group, which is using the rooms. We're also using it as a normal Facebook group, but I mean we're using the rooms, and we have fabric swaps now going on, and they're so much fun. The members there are just having a blast with their fabric swaps and the virtual sewing rooms and everything. It's really a lot of fun. The next thing you're to find in there is the Zoom sew dates, where if you're not part of a Facebook group, you're still invited to come use the Zoom sew date room. And the dates are from now until the end of December, and then we'll start in December. We'll start to, okay, these are the dates we're going to do in the following year, right? So at least you know when the dates are coming, and you can get prepared to come and do a simple project and chat and have a great time. It's a lot of fun. I still am doing free speaking engagements to help the guilds out. So if you know a guild that's looking for a speaker and is looking for somebody that's charging nothing, give them my name. I'm easy to get a hold of. They can get a hold of me easier on the Facebook group than they can on the email, because my husband's far better at email than I am. But anyways, it is what it is. I don't like email anymore. But anyways, now share, like, and subscribe. When you comment and you share and you like, you're helping push our analytics forward so that we get more views. Then YouTube actually pushes our videos forward. So share, like, subscribe. We want to hear from you. We want you to comment. If all your comment can be as a heart, that's perfect. That's what we need. Okay, so make sure you do those kinds of things. So come on in, let's get to the sewing. Okay, we're at the sewing machine. And this is the layout you're going to need. Now, as always, we always start with the hardest bits first, right? And the hardest bits are the little 9 patch in the center. Now, this is where the cheat is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take up our pieces individually and just get them like a little webbed 9 patch. That's all we're going to work on first. I'm going to pick them up like that. When I was doing this, I was like, all of a sudden, it's like, the hardest part about this block, when you're doing a crisscross block, is you're doing this, and you have to match up all the seams. Well, wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to match up seams? That would be just awesome, because now you can go on your way and not have, a whole bunch of things going wrong. So in the cutting instructions, this is a 12-inch finished block, or 12.5 unfinished. I'll just put a leader ender through, and then we'll get the other part of the 9 patch sewn in. The hardest part about this was trying to figure out how you didn't have to line up all those edges, right? Those edges, like all these seams with seams, it was like, that's a lot of extra work for nothing, right? And I thought, well, who said they had to match? If none of them match because the rows are different, it's okay. And then it's no stress. It's not a stressful block to do, right? And I'll just get another leader ender on this block. Another wing. Okay, let's get this one on. That looks good. Just line up. I'm going to try and do videos show people how to use that Tri-Rex ruler and the easy angle ruler. If you want to see that, please comment that in the comments. Put that in the comments below if you would like a demonstration, because those are godsends. Okay, now on the 9 patch, you're going to finger press to the dark. And that one works beautifully to the dark, by the way. Everything comes together very quickly. So now, these squares here are all 2 inches. But the rest of this, I'm just going to clip that. Okay. Make sure nice sharp points. Oops, come on. Oh, what have I done? No. Oh no! I did it wrong. Oh. I'm going to have to correct that. Okay. If you guys can't see what I did, I will show you. I just did that wrong because I was talking. I'll get another leader ender on here, just a sec. Okay. I was trying to get everything to match up, right? As far as the press to the dark and all the rest of the stuff. So I'm just going to show you what I did. I did not press to the dark. So this dark and that dark are wrong. So I'm just going to quickly unpick it. And I'm only unpicking the 1/4 inch on either side of that seam. I don't have to do anything else other than that 1/4 inch. I'm just going to unpick it. Just a little gentle pull and tug thing. Wow, my stitch is small. Oh, I was paper piecing. That's why. Okay, so now that's all I've done is I've just picked the other side. And I'm just going to cut that thread with my trusty pick. And I'm just going to run that part of the seam through again. So I pull the leader ender out just a little bit. And I roll back and forth just a bit. Now everything's going the right way. Okay. Okay. That's the easiest fix when your seams flip on you. Or something like that happens and you're just like, I did it again. Oh no. Anyways. So, here we go. Get another leader ender through to get this off. There we go. Just like that. There. Yeah, you only have to pick apart what's wrong. You don't have to pick apart the entire seam. Because you put extra stress on that fabric for nothing, right? And now you have good seams that are nested in the back. Okay, let's get the other side done. Okay, and that's how we want this. Okay, there we go. Here. Okay. Yeah, when I was putting this block together, I thought, okay, where do I need help with? What do I need to do to make this fun? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put this here, line that up just like so. Okay, so now I have this thing looking like this, right? We are still working on the hardest part of this block, because the rest of it goes together really easy. So now, okay, so now I'm going to pinch this so I can swirl my seam so this makes this block lay a little bit flatter. Okay, just like that. So I get them just as flat as you can. And now all those seams too, they look great. They just pop right nice. Okay, so let's get a little cutting mat and a little ruler. Because this thing now in the center has to be 4.5 inches. So 4.5 inches square is 2 1/4, right? Is the center mark. 2 1/4. See, this is a little bit bigger than 4.5, right? This is actually 5. So basically you're taking off like almost 1/4 inch. So 2 1/4. 2 1/4 is there. Okay, so 2 1/4. Oh, 2. How am I measuring this? Oh my goodness, I don't know how to do this. Okay, so what you need is 4.5. So you're going to take this, and you want these lines to kind of match up. Okay, so you're just going to sliver trim off a little bit. Now that's going to line up to the 4.5 line. And then, here you go. Nice. So this center one is going to measure 1 1/4 inch, an 1.5 inch. This center one, right? So everything else gets trimmed off. Okay, so now none of your seams are going to match up now as you're putting on, when you're putting your rails together, the rails part of the block, none of it will match up. Because the center, just let me get all this stuff out of the way so you don't have to wonder where all the clutter is going. Because this is 1.5 inches wide, and this is 2 inch, right? So when you put all those strips together, nothing is going to match, and you reduce all the bulk in your block, right? So I thought, okay, let's do this. All right, let's get this sewn up, because this will be very quick to do. Okay. Okay, there. Get that off. There. There we go. Yeah, I was quite fortunate to have enough of this dark blue, the dark blue that goes in here. I normally when I do kind of piecing like this, I try and do strip piecing, you know, where you make it with the fabric, but I did not have enough of this in any length to be able to make anything with it, right? So it's like, oh no. So let's just pop this open, and we're going to press to the dark, because this, you don't want the blue, you don't want the dark blue showing up through the light blue. Okay, right. So now we just grab another piece. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. People were asking how much fun I'm having with these speaking engagements. I am having a blast. It has been so much fun doing speaking engagements with people, and I also, you know, I talk to them about what I do here on my channel, but we also talk to them about charity quilts. So, and you know, all the charity quilts that I make in a year, and the lady that we have running our community service on both of the guilds that I'm involved with here in Edmonton. Wow. They are amazing. These ladies are just amazing. Okay, so the next hardest part is here. And we're just going to finger press this open. And there. There, this didn't take long at all. This is not a hard block. Not a hard block. Okay, so it's an eye patch now, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to web it together. I found this blue, low volume blue. I thought, oh, this would be so pretty, so very pretty. for this block. There we go, get that leader ender off, finger press it, put it to the side. Now, none of these are going to match up, as you can see, right? None of them. They're not going to match, right? Don't worry about it. Just so that this corner matches this and this corner. And that's it. That's the only thing you match up on this block. You don't start panicking because things aren't matching up and you can't line up your lines. Okay? Because that's the cheat. Okay, next bit. Okay. And the next leader ender. Oops. Oh, I threw that one on the floor, so we'll pick it up later. I'm sure my husband thinks I throw all of it on the floor on purpose. You should see the wheels. I have a wheelie chair that I normally sew on. I don't sew on a wheelie chair when I'm in front of a camera because I'm afraid it would take off. Yeah, it's one of those. Pressing to the dark. So this goes out this way. This goes out this way. There we go. See, now it doesn't match. And that's the way you want it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, let's get the next bit up here. And if you need to, put it back up on your board and check to make sure you got it all in the right direction and everything's going right. Because, I mean, some of this is directional, right? You put it back up there, you take a look and you go, yes, it's right. Let's keep going, right? And even if you find this way too, if you find yourself, once you get all your pieces together in one direction and you go, oh dear, guess what I did? You know what? You're only undoing one. Right? You're only undoing one thing, not a whole bunch of seams and, you know, all the rest of the stuff. So it's a good idea to take a look. Take a look at your work. You know, when you go from one stage to the next. Okay. And this one goes there. Okay. And I would have quite a few of these stacked up to do. So that, you know, that's just me, because that's the way I prefer to work. But, okay. Oh, we got an owl. I'm just going to move the design board out of the way so we have a better chance of, you know, maneuvering this around. Oh, I do find design boards are very handy. I was very impressed. Okay. Okay, now, this one goes like this. Okay. Okay, so there we are. Yeah, it's all going. It's all going the right way. Everything's there, so let's just get her done. Now, the only points you have to make is this one and this one. These you don't when you're going the other way. So it's a good idea to line them up. Just hold on to them. There we go. Okay. Okay, you need to come. Which way are you going? Oh, you're flipping out. Okay. That's all right. Because I twisted open the seam in the center of the 9-patch, it's going the opposite direction when I'm doing this webbing, which is fine. That's not a problem. Okay, get that open here. Okay, get the next one on. Next leader ender. Yeah, these little Tri-Rex units are cute. And they're easy enough to do as a leader ender too. They're not a tough. Okay, there we go. And now I'm just gonna go like that. And I'll show you what I mean. I flipped this out, so now these are going, like these are going in, these are going out. These blue ones are going out, they're being pressed out. So this doesn't lie the same way that it does this way, but that's okay. That's okay, it'll be fine. And I'm going to run it through, get the needle down so I can pull these apart. Just cut them apart just like so. And yeah, I'd like to give you instructions on how to do it if you only had one little piece of something left. But, okay. But yeah, this is definitely easier to piece if it's done like in strips. But if you don't have long enough strips, that would create a problem. There we go. Yeah. And get that leader ender, flip it open. Nice. Okay, and okay. And now here's the back. This is wants to lie a certain way. Now you could, you can sit there and fudge and all the rest of the stuff, but you know what? Just let it lie the way it wants to lie. And if it wants to lie where this is all facing out, that's fine. These are facing in. So if you were putting them block to block, these are going in, these ones are going out. It would work, like if you were going block to block. So let's get to this. I want to show you this, the center of this. So, see, nothing matches up, but because none of it matches up, it looks okay, right? It looks fine. It's kind of a cheat to do, but then you don't have to sit there and try and cut all these tiny little odd-sized pieces, with 7/8 and, whatever. But so let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, here's our easy Criss Cross block. None of those center seams on that 9 patch match up with the rail units, the rail subunits in the quilt. So you don't have to worry about all those, trying to match up all those points. And it does make the block a little easier. It doesn't give that different a look to it either. So this might be a technique for you to try. And it's easy cutting because you're only cutting 2-inch blocks or squares in here instead of all those, funny 7/8 and 3/5/8 and all this nonsense that it's not fun doing it that way. And it works out great. So I hope you give this one a try. This looks great when you're doing them like in a big quilt, and you could put sashing in between them to give a place for all the seams to rest, or you could just put them side by side and see what happens. This is just a lot of fun, and it's a good way to use up your scraps. Okay, until we meet again, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and everything goes your way in your sewing room. Okay, you take care until then. Bye! My husband and I would love to thank you for all of the amazing people that we have met along this crazy YouTube adventure that we've been having. We do free speaking engagements too, so if you're part of a guild and they're looking for people to talk and and chat with in their monthly meetings, tell them that I'm doing free ones just to help the guilds out, because it's been a tough time for the guilds as well. Share, like, and subscribe with your friends. Make sure that they're they get the word out on us. That's the best way you can do to help us out. So until we meet again, I want to thank you. Okay, goodbye.